Had it just like that, had it right on track, and I keep finding never had thoughts that control me until something bad left me so lonely, and I want it back.
Today, I wanted to go over a few things: the Declaration of Power, the Constitution, and the laws and values that we hold, okay? I feel like we need to have a better understanding, and I'm just going to briefly talk about everything like that, and as well as Mecklenburg, and just to give everyone a fresh take on the country, okay? First off, we're going to start off with Mecklenburg. Mecklenburg is a name that I use from the place that I was born. Was born in Charlotte, Mecklenburg, North Carolina. That is also known as the Queen City. From there, I took the myth of there is a queen of color named Queen Charlotte of Great Britain. I took that myth and just carried on that legacy of, there was a black queen, and there is a country where there are black queens that reign. You know what I mean? It's called Mecklenburg City-State because I didn't want the actual county to look at this and find anything like that. Like, hey, they're using my name. So I just thought ahead and said we need to call it Mecklenburg City-State. So it was originally Mecklenburg. It was just going to be Mecklenburg. But I said, let's make it Mecklenburg City-State. Mecklenburg City-State, as you know, the Vatican City, to give you an example, is a city-state. It's a small country within a bigger country, but it has its own rules, it has its own sovereign, it's its own country. Okay, my name is His Majesty Queen Boujee of Mecklenburg City-State. When I say that, that is a statement, okay? I am here, all right? My pronouns is he, him, his, all right? I am a man, okay? Now, the way I set it up is only queens occupy the Boujee throne. All right, it's coming. We're gonna get into it though, but it's coming from my grandmother. Okay, and from then only queens, can occupy this throne. That's the only thing we recognize it. There's another story telling you why there is no more kings on the throne. Everything I have is posted on the channel. Okay, but for this right here, to give you a factual of just give you something that you can look up on why there will only be a queen on this throne. The Duke of Normandy in the Channel Islands, okay? The title remains Duke, regardless of the monarch's gender. The late Queen Elizabeth II was also known by this title in these islands, okay? So it doesn't matter, regardless of your gender, there will only be a queen in title on this throne. Okay, the next thing is the Declaration of Power. The Declaration of Power is kind of like a pledge of allegiance. When you fill out your application, no matter if you want to be a duke or just a regular citizen, that's the first thing that you're going to agree to. It's just saying that the throne was passed from Queen Empress Alma to my mother to me because my mother was too ill. It also goes into a little bit of my story. My husband bought Brown's Palace for me, and now it is my official residence. It's my headquarters. Then it goes into talking about what I do as a monarch. My initial role is to promote charitable issues, diplomacy, be the queen in these dark places. Especially for the LGBTQ plus community and the greater communities, but especially for the Big Buddha. The next thing you'll see is the Constitution. The Constitution isn't really that complex. It'll just outline my prerogatives and my rules, it kind of just let the citizens see. It's like a checks and balance. It lets you see what my powers are, what my limits are. Okay, so if I ever step out of line, you can always go back to the Constitution. Like, okay, well, let's see, what is the Queen supposed to be doing? How's the Queen supposed to be conducting himself with diplomacy? Or it outlines specifically how the crown jewels are only meant for state occasions, only meant for the monarch, like that. It also explains that when I go on diplomatic visits, my duties when I go across seas, what I'm supposed to be doing to help promote. The next thing that you'll see on the presentation is the laws and the values. Basically, what all that is explaining is Mecklenburg is a place where we challenge status quo. It's a place where all people can come to and just be a part of something different. Um, we live lives where, there's not really, we go to work. We go to work and maybe there's a birthday here, maybe there's a little event there. There's not really much to do, but Mecklenburg is that place where, we have events where, if we love to act, you can come and act. We have things to do in theater. There's things to do outside in nature. There's things to do in government. We can start new things. We just petition to do a lot of great things. You can do that when you can come to a place where you can just be yourself and authentically, like, just think and not be restrained. So the laws and the values is that it explains if a citizen wants to express themselves, and that's their right here in Mecklenburg City State. The laws and values protects the citizens' rights. So if you have a chance, I would like you to go over that and read that, and you'll understand that this is a place for you to